So what's going on, y'all? This is Matt Got Cameras, and today we are gonna be editing and retouching skin in Photoshop using frequency separation. Let's go. Before we get started, one might ask, Matt, what's frequency separation? Well, frequency separation pretty much is the editing of a photo with two separate frequencies. One frequency being the textures and one frequency being the colors. It'll make a little bit more sense in a second. Come on. All right. Once you get into Photoshop, the first thing I like to do is I like to go in and use my spot healing tool. And I will just, bam, just hit any, small slight blemishes I might see. Feel wherever you feel needed. Just go through, hit them, yeah. And great. So once you get to that point, you are going to take your image and you are going to duplicate it. You're going to call one layer color, and you're going to call the other layer that you duplicate texture. Voila. And then you are going to disable your texture layer by using this eye down here. And then you are going to select your color layer and you are going to go to filter, noise, dust and scratches. Now once you do this, you will see that this does blur your image and pretty much takes away all of the texture. Now typically I just like to pick a radius that removes the textures, but doesn't obviously remove the features. If you crank it all the way up here, it'll take my laptop a second to show you. We lose all of the features there. So we want to stay in a healthy neighborhood. For this photo, I feel like 11 is good. Can still see all of its features. Then you're gonna hit OK. That's gonna apply. And then you're gonna go to your texture layer. You can enable it again. Then you're gonna go to image, apply image, and then you are going to select your color layer. You're gonna leave your RGB channel the same, and you're gonna make sure that your blending mode is on subtract, because it's gonna subtract the colors. You're gonna leave your opacity at 100. I would advise you put your scale to 2 and your offset to 128 or somewhere near there. You're gonna hit OK. And then you're gonna have pretty much your texture layer with just your textures left. You can see the glasses, the outlines of his lips, things of that nature. And then you're gonna hit Command and you're gonna select your color and texture layer, and then you're gonna press Command G if you're using Mac together. Those will group the color and texture layer together. The next thing you're gonna do, once you have your texture and color grouped into one, you're gonna go select your texture layer and you are gonna go up here to change the blending mode. You are gonna change it to linear light. So when you select linear light, you should get your initial image back. Next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna select your color, and then you're gonna go select your lasso tool here. And this part is the fun part. So we're gonna select a portion of our subject's skin. And just like as so. Then you're gonna go to filter. You are gonna go to Gaussian Blur. And then you are going to adjust the radius as such. And if you look there, you can see his skin is getting more and more. Obviously, you wouldn't want to go that far, but I typically put it, between 2 and 3 times what my radius was for my gusts and scratches noise reduction. So had it at about 11. 23 looks good. And then you are going to continue to select parts of the subject's face. And you want to make sure that you're selecting good shapes out of the subject's face. Then I'm going to hit Gaussian Blur right there. There's a shortcut for you guys. And then I'm going to select another spot on his face. We'll go to the other side of his face here. And we'll Gaussian Blur again. And we'll select his chin here. Chin area. Gaussian Blur again. And then we'll select this forehead area here. Really easy, really easy. As such. And then we'll Gaussian Blur there too. Another thing that I didn't mention here is this feather up here. Typically, you want to keep the feather somewhere between 20 and 30. It'll just soften these edges when you use this effect. So it'll go a little bit outside, so it looks a little bit more natural. So the last thing we'll do is we will shape his nose there, last but not least. And typically on noses, you want to keep some of that, you want to keep some of that depth in the shape of the nose. So I might not add as much. We'll just give him a little bit back of his nose, but enough to kind of just blur it such. And then the last thing, one more, I'm sorry. We'll do this little area of his neck. And we'll go blur, Gaussian blur. And I'll give it a little bit more back to where we were, 20.3.3. And there you have it. There you have it. That was my tutorial for frequency separation. Use this to make your skin in Photoshop look great in a short amount of time. Thanks for watching. See you next time.